Fucking shit. Just sueño, güey. Allergies?
For me, it was just a cold.
Maybe it was a cold.
Because the next day I woke up and I was like, Mommy?
I don't know.
¿Qué pasa?
Just sleepy, I guess.
¿Qué pasa? ¿Estás bien?
What is up?
How you guys doing?
This is CharroBeans podcast, a Mariachi podcast. How are you guys doing?
We were waiting.
Oh, yeah, right. I kind of felt like Dora right
there. It's like Dora. Yeah.
There's someone screaming at their phone right now, like, we're doing pretty good. You know, yeah. How you guys doing? This is CharroBeans. This is the podcast where we talk about mariachi and other stuff. How are you doing, Victor?
Tired.
You're wearing a sweater today.
Yeah.
Me too. Did you go to the
And
gym
you're
like
wearing
that?
shorts? Huh?
Oh yeah, it's not cold yet.
What? You're a contradiction right now.
Because I'm wearing shorts and a sweater.
Yeah.
It's for the swag, bro. Like,
Still.
does anybody still use swag?
Say swag?
Yeah, swag. You know the
No.
grip that swag had on 2013, 2014?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I was in middle school. Or no, I was,
No, you were in
I was
high
a
school
freshman.
already.
I
Yeah.
was a freshman.
Because I remember, like, I don't think I ever had swag. Because what defines swag? Like, it's like,
It was whatever it was, like, lo que estaba de moda in that time.
it's crazy though, for real, like how different like trends and how often they change. Like right now, obviously, like the
Remember the blonde stripe?
yeah, Michael back in high school, everybody had like that one
Since middle school, he had it.
stripe of blonde,
Yeah.
like just literally a stripe, like he looked like a damn road. Like with the center stripe, you know,
Yeah.
black.
He looked like the left lane. Just like
Yeah. It just didn't. I mean, I think it was because of Wiz Khalifa. Actually, now that I think about it, black and yellow. Maybe because it was around that time too. Point is, I know the trends like seem to shift like all the time. Like the shit that was popping off back then isn't. I mean, that's just life though. Like it's always like constantly
like
changing.
right now, it's a cool haircut.
And it's funny because they started off as a joke.
Yeah, but then it was like, that's kind of good.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I remember like the first couple guys getting like the Edgar cut, and then now like kids want that. Like and then now they're all saying like no quema cut, you know, and it really like started off as a joke, and then eventually it becomes like a trend. It's funny how that works. The other thing too are Crocs.
Oh yeah.
Do you ever worn Crocs? I mean neither. I kind of want to try them now just because of the hype, like just to like wear them because they're supposed to be good house shoes. And like here I just wear like my huaraches. That's how you know. Like
yeah, that's what I wear.
My dad conditioned me as that. Like he got me some huaraches in Mexico, and then like I just got accustomed to wearing huaraches around the house.
Yeah.
Like, are you? Oh no, I think I asked you this. Are you barefoot at your house?
Yeah.
Do you have?
But I have carpet.
You have carpet.
Yeah.
But
and
if
then
you have
we have like areas that are like
piso.
Yeah, so that's where I use chanclas.
Okay, good.
Like when I go to the kitchen, I use
like house shoes.
Yeah.
Like chancla. Okay, cool. Because there are people that just walk around barefoot all the time. I don't know how y'all do that.
I don't like
bro.
the ones that barefoot on socks.
I don't even. Yeah, I don't like just walking around in socks either. First of all, because that's when you start gathering like the electricity, and then you touch something and it fucking hurts.
Well, I mean,
like
you're cleaning the floor with your socks. Like when you look at the bottom of your sock,
They're
it's all
all
black.
That's why you have black socks. So
Yeah.
you can like not
Well, you can see it's brown, like all the dirt.
No se ve toda la mugre, güey. No, but yeah, for sure. Like Crocs are a thing right now. The haircut. I guess like well for a while too. Like I work at a high school, so like everybody there has like the same truck. It's like a Silverado, and it's on the ground. Big ass. I mean, I'm not putting them down. Like in a couple years, they're gonna look at that and say like, "What were we doing, bro?" Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because like looking back, I remember like my generation was all about like swag, and like the fitted hats. Everybody looked like this in pictures. They were like,
Oh, I hate that.
I do like that I didn't go through one of those phases. Mostly because my parents wouldn't buy me this stuff.
Yeah, me too. My mom barely let me get a mohawk.
You did have a mohawk?
In middle school.
Yeah.
I was more about soccer.
But you were a soccer kid. So I mean, every soccer kid had like that same cut. Like it was a trend.
Yeah.
So I mean, you follow the trend. So.
But I never got the stripe. The stripe was a soccer thing too. The blonde stripe.
Just the one stripe
going
down the middle. I mean, soccer. Like I said, I couldn't play soccer because I was too fat, so I couldn't keep up with everybody.
I guess.
Like I'm gonna get tired. Coach would be like, "Run more," and I'd be like, "How, sir?" I'm fucking dying.
No, it's all about running. I think that's why right now I work more in strength stuff. Cause I used to do all the running when I was little. That's why I was a little noodle.
A noodle?
Yeah.
You looked like Sheldon
like
from
Slenderman. Dude.
it's okay, bro.
That was bad.
I mean, you learn from it. You know?
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't.
Huh?
What?
What?
Like I haven't learned from it.
When?
I'm still the same shape. I'm just whiter now.
I thought you were talking about like how you dress now.
Oh no, I've always had like pretty much the same style. The only thing I changed was the boots. I wear boots all the time now.
I've always had this haircut. Like I've always come back to it.
Yeah.
Cause elementary, like I've always like cuando me peinaban, I was like, and then I remember like my grandpa would tell me like, no, it's to the other side. Like los hombres se lo hacen a la derecha, and I'm like, but that doesn't go with me.
There's a direction. There's a specific.
Yeah.
I
You're
never.
supposed to do it to the right, apparently.
Well, mine naturally goes that way, but I know some people the other way.
Yeah, mine goes better this way. But he's like there was no hombres. I'm like, I'm 12. You know.
I don't know, man. All I know is that I'm not gonna. I mean, who knows? Maybe in 2 years, you know what, bro? The cut doesn't look that bad.
Well, you're growing your hair out now. No?
Yeah, I'm growing out again.
But yeah,
it's because it's just more me. I liked it.
I mean, I know I nag you about it, but I mean, it's what makes you happy, you know.
Yeah, it makes me happy for sure. It's like I liked having like where I would move and then my hair moves with me. Like, but right now I'm like,
you're like maybe
no sé nada.
You're like maybe it's Maybelline.
Yeah. No, what is it? Head and Shoulders? No.
Herbalife?
Garnier Fructis. I know that's like the one my mom used to use. Like it smells like. Well, back then my hair always smelled like flowers, because my mom wouldn't buy like male shampoo. Oh. So like we used all the same showers. So like I used whatever shampoo was there, which was always like Garnier Fructis. So I used to use like the shampoo. And I'm like, and then nobody explained to me these things. So like, I saw conditioner. I was like, what the fuck is this? And I put it in my hair, and it's like, it's super soft now. So I put it in my eyes. And then my mom's like, who's using all the damn conditioner? And it was me, bro. Like I was just like, I was just going hard in the shower.
Do you buy the 3-in-1?
No, I mean now I use the 2-in-1. Like, is that bad?
I don't know, but apparently girls frown upon it.
Well, my wife likes it. She's like, yeah, it's good. Nah, I mean, she likes the scent of it, so she buys it sometimes. So I mean, and I can't change deodorant either because she likes that smell too. Like I'd be taking off my shirt or my sweater. She's like, smells good. I'm like, I reek right now. Like, no, it smells. She's like, I like it, and I'm like, that's why you're my wife.
Okay.
Yeah, and then but yeah, I use a 2-in-1. It's cheaper. It's got 2-in-1. You don't gotta buy 2.
I think mine is shampoo and conditioner, and then I use liquid soap. Yeah, sabon. Yeah. And I'm like, I could.
I was gonna say because of your chest hair. You got
like in my body.
Oh, okay.
No, my
like,
nah.
I can see it.
I shaved that.
You shave your chest? For real?
Because it looks ugly. Like, not because it's a lot of hair, but not because it's little hair. It's because it's in the middle where it looks awkward. You know what I mean?
I mean, it looks like an Iron Man, like, light in the middle. Why don't you make it into, like, a cool design or something? Or you can make it into a spider for No Way Home.
No mames, Sammy.
No?
You had bad ideas, but this.
This crosses the line.
Let's talk about Mariachi now. What are we doing?
I know, but this is just the intro. I mean, we gotta butter up the
So
audience.
on Thursday. Oh, you show up in your Miata now. You drive that.
Oh yeah, when I pulled in,
When I see that thing, my blood pressure rises. I can feel it.
bro. Okay, look. So I bought a little car, right? And it's like it's from 2001, tiny little car. It only had like 50. It has less than 60,000 miles, so that's why I bought it. Because it's basically like it has less miles than my 2017 truck. Like so, I was like, okay, I'm gonna buy this little car, and it was in clean condition, so that's why I bought it. But it was a stick. It's a stick shift. And I bought it also because I wanted the car, but I also always wanted to learn how to drive stick shift because, I mean, it's just a good skill to have. I told you I'm going to teach you. Now that I know, I'm going to teach you like the very basics at least. Because, I mean, you never know, like when would you need like that skill? Like what if someone, like take him to the hospital, but he only has a standard car? I don't know. It's a good skill to have. So in my head, I was like, okay, I'm going to buy this car. And I can teach, or I can learn. I can learn how to do stick shift. So now that I've learned, like it's easy. But like when I bought the car, I didn't know how to drive it yet, so I couldn't even move it. Like se me apagaba. Like, and if you drive stick shift, like obviously but like if you don't push the gas and the what's about the clutch like in the right position, or you're just a little off, I mean the car turns off. It's all about finding the balance. But point is, when I think I just bought it, right? Like the first week or something like that. And I told you, like you got here for the pod. No?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got here for the pod and you showed up. And I was like, hey, like get in the car real quick. And you're all like, okay. So you walked in and I was just like, I'm gonna move the car, but I can't go from the side of my house into the driveway. So I have to go around the block to generate enough power to like shoot into the driveway. The fact that you got in with me, now I'm thinking like, why didn't you just get out, bro? Like I had no idea what I was doing.
Well, I didn't know you didn't know that bad. Okay, because I think your plan was to go around the block.
Yeah.
And, so how long does that take? Like around 5 minutes, right?
Less probably.
Took us 20 minutes.
It was not 20 minutes, dude.
20 minutes. No, like 15.
It was like okay. It was like 10.
It was up
it was
there,
like,
man. It was longer than
it
expected.
took a long time because
like you see us leave and you would think we went to Arlington or something.
It's because to take off, like it's hard to take off in a standard car. So I took off finally, like after like 5 minutes without it turning off. So once I got going, I was like, okay. And I had done this once already. So then when I took, yeah, like, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna just go. Like once I shoot off, I'm gonna go around the block. But the thing is, we ran into a stop sign. So like the stop sign, not ran into it, but we had to stop at a stop sign. And once you stop, you have to restart that process again. So like my dumb ass is like, okay, I did it the first time. What did I do? Okay. And I was there like, and it would just like keep turning off. And I think it did it like 10 times at least. And we were there. I mean, luckily, like, dude, if you think about it, like nobody showed up behind us. Like, like to be like, beep, beep, get the fuck out of the way. Because I mean, I'm in an intersection. So I was just like, they're like, like, se me apagaba every time, dude.
We're getting neck problems. I'm like,
and you're over here laughing the whole time, and I'm like, wait, like, we're in danger.
He was nervous left there. I was like, I'm going to die.
You were recording snaps, and
I'm in danger.
I'm just here like, dude, like, I'm just trying to
Well, I can't help you, like, what do you want me to do? Drive it? So,
like, finally, we get out in first gear, and I'm like, and I'm just, like, trying to, like, please don't
that
turn
poor
off.
transmission is like,
yeah, dude, it's like, oh, no mames, dude. And then, I finally went around the block, and I just, like, shot into my driveway, like, on neutral, like, after I built up enough speed, and I just shot inside. So it was funny. I didn't know how to drive, but now I do. Like I got the practice. I took my and I like I said I drove it to Siete. It's my first time like driving all the way out there. So I mean I'm still a little nervous because like taking a car that you're not completely 100% like positive how to do it. I mean I know how to do everything. It's just a matter of practice. So like this was my first practice to go to Dallas. My wife was using my truck, so I was just like, fuck it, I'm gonna just take it. Hope everything goes well, But yeah, everything went well, and I showed up, and you were in your car, and I was like backing up, and like the car is like really low to the ground.
I'm just here like, Not him. Not that again.
all the like the flashes,
Yeah.
the flashes of that time that we spent together. You're just like, fuck. But I pulled in, you know, I parked right next to you, and I was like, hola, you know. But I did it.
Anyways.
And then you know, we played Seafood Shack. Is a fun time. You know, nothing really happened. Was there a lot of people there?
Yes. No.
Was there?
Yeah.
Ya no me acuerdo, dude. I mean, it sometimes it's like a blur. Like I mean, we're just clocking in and out. You know, you go in, you get your cash, and you get out.
Which is not a bad thing, you know.
Yeah, I mean that's completely fine. I mean, sometimes you want that. It's all about.
Huh?
Shut the fuck up. We're recording.
You were saying?
Sometimes you want that, like in a mariachi, because I mean, there are times, and yeah, you want to go to the gig and you want to be surprised by what happens and this and that. But it's also about steady work. You know what I mean? Thursdays is steady work. I mean, there was a time during the pandemic where we didn't play there for like almost a year. You know? So it was rough.
They didn't mind though. I mean, they still have a lot of people going. That place is expensive.
They don't need us.
Yeah.
They really don't need us. Like, I think it's more like, I mean, it
That's
helps
what they
us
get us
out.
on Thursday.
I think it's yeah, because I'm pretty sure. I mean, Friday and even we've gone on Saturdays. Like, they don't need us. Like, they have plenty of clientele that goes there. It's because the food's good, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And then I mean, I didn't drink that drink.
The drinks are okay.
What you got? Like some.
I forgot what I got, but it wasn't what I expected. First of all, it looks big in the picture.
The picture.
They play me really well.
It's because in the picture, like they take it so close that it looks like a whole tub of.
Yeah, it was like
a drink.
It was like a cantarito. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it really does. I mean, it looks like a bowl almost.
Yeah.
You know. So like when you ordered that drink, I was like, oh, I don't know, like chingonote, you know.
Yeah.
And they brought it out. It's like this tiny ass little cup, like that's small, like 3 gulps.
That shit was a coffee cup, like yeah.
Like a coffee mug. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah.
It was small. Not worth the $10-$12 it is. $11 is like a whole ass meal, dude. That's like a double at Whataburger. I always compare it to Whataburger. It's like a double at Whataburger with like cheese and bacon.
Is it?
Yeah, it always comes out to like $11 or $12.
A double?
A double. The double meat with the cheese. The fact that I know this is pretty sad. It just shows how many times I've gone to Whataburger.
So that's number 2.
That's what the double is.
From Whata?
That's what the double is.
Oh.
That's
But the ones at McDonald's are pretty tiny.
I'm not talking about McDonald's.
Oh, they're talking about McDonald's.
No, I'm speaking in Whataburger terms.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's a double at Whataburger with cheese.
Well, it's like $10, but like I get like ranch and like sometimes I get like avocado.
Actually, I like avocados on
or like with bacon. I'm like,
yeah, it's pretty good. Anyway, what was this thing? Seafood Shack. The only guy that asked for talon was the guy that always goes. His Life a Movie.
Yeah.
Every time he comes, he brings a new chick. He brought another chick.
No, it's the same one.
That was not the same girl, bro.
Yeah.
That was not the same girl.
Yeah, because I remember
it wasn't.
the same one. Yeah, it is.
It wasn't, dog.
Yes, it was.
He brought his homie, though.
Right.
It's always the same homie. Like, lately, he's been bringing the same guy. I wanted to see those texts. He's like, bro, like, you remember what we did last week? He's like, yeah. He's like, well, we're going to do that again. like,
want to do it again?
You want to do it again? He's like, you know, and they go. But yeah, they showed up and with this girl, we played like, he always asked for like an hour's worth of talon, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Which is a lot of money.
He keeps us there for the whole time, basically.
I mean, I'm not complaining. I mean, he's it's his money, you know.
Oh, he asked for a mother like 5 times.
That is what happened.
Yeah.
That was annoying as shit. Because, I mean, we played Almohada once during the set and then another like 5 times for him, like at the table.
I don't know what happened.
Which was annoying.
It's like they can't pay.
I don't know. I mean, the last time someone didn't want to pay, we almost got in a fight.
Right. But like legally, what would happen? Can you call the cops and be like, hey, he hasn't paid us?
I don't know. Can you call the cops?
Should ask Arturo.
I mean, we're in Dallas, so by the time the cops show up,
they're like across the street. What do you mean?
Are they?
They're always
the airport.
They're always on some shit. Like they're like down the street.
That's true.
Like I said, like that's why I don't like Dallas. Every time as soon as I get on, what's that street called?
where the restaurant is?
Yeah.
Northwest Highway?
Northwest Highway?
Yeah.
There's always some shit going on.
There's always some shit going down. There's always, like, anytime you pull in, it's like an ambulance coming this way, or a fire truck coming behind you, or like patrullas at the racetrack.
Or like there's something going on where like a cop is on the way. Like I saw two dudes going at it once.
Like in the parking lot or something?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
And I'm like, nah, my man. Like, come on, give the city a break. Like,
for all the Dallas cops are like, God damn it, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Can't even have a damn donut break. You know, like hay un vato like barely like clocking in for lunch. They're like, hey, can you come back in? And, like, two homeless guys start going at it.
Yeah, dude. Like, it's always, I don't know.
There's some shit in Dallas, man, going down all
but
the
the
time.
scenery changes real quick because then you see that park. It's all like nice and clean.
Yeah, I mean during the daytime, like when you're going through there, it looks nice.
Yeah, no, but Northwest, like donde está el pulpo.
Yeah,
that shit looks sketchy as fuck. Like,
I mean, El Pulpo in
have you
general.
seen the parking lot
of El Pulpo?
Yeah,
it looks like a. Oh yeah, so if you guys don't know, El Pulpo is a restaurant. There's another restaurant on that same street where we play on Thursdays, but that one's more popular for mariachis and bandas and groups.
Yeah, and like groups play there till like 1 a.m.
But
they start at 1 a.m.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
like they have people like coming in to do their planta at 1,
and it's packed.
Yes, I mean it's because it's a restaurant that stays open late, so I could imagine like the crowds that go in there are also like all the clubs.
Like a restaurant/club,
I mean they always got music,
the light, and everything.
And then every time we play there, it's on a stage. So like, but every time we go there, it is kind of like rowdy. People are like, I mean, but people are not in a good place after midnight. You know what I mean? Easily, either they've been drinking a lot or who knows.
The parking lot is the scariest part because you can't see it.
You can't see
At
it,
night,
and
there's no light.
There's no like lines or anything. It's just like little hills. Like it's not even like flat cement. It looks like they were like, oh, where can you park?
Yes.
Right. Yes. I like that.
It used to look like metido. It's like todos los carros están pinche.
Yeah, dude, and none of them are straight.
Yeah.
Like they look like it looks like a wholesale lot, like for a used car dealership. It's like, all these cars are going to auction, so we're just gonna get rid of these. So
and then
just park it wherever.
And then you go like half a mile down, and it's Seafood Shack, and it's like so much nicer.
They got like an actual parking lot. It's
like,
in the corner.
Like the contrast is so, it's crazy.
But like I said, I think you would go to El Pulpo because it's like a late night spot. Like it's like
it looks sketchy.
I mean, but we're not regulars there, so I can't really say shit about it. And people, I mean, mariachis have plantas there. So
yeah. Well,
they get paid there, so I mean, they're gonna keep going there if there's people, because people show up after midnight to go watch mariachis. I can imagine like. I mean, I can't even say shit because like college kids go out to party at 11. I remember that. That's how I knew I was an old man, because like I was like 21, 22, even like around the time I was like a junior or a senior, and they'd be like, "Hey, bro, come out with us." I'm like, "When y'all leaving?" Like 11:30. And I'm like, "Bro, 11:30? Like I'm asleep by then. I can't do this." Like. He's like, yeah, sometimes and then what time do you guys come back? Well, like 2:30. I'm like, no mames, way. I'll go to what at that time, but I'm not going to the club. Oh man. Oh, anyway, what were we talking about? Seafood Shack. Yeah, we just played a long time for that guy, and we got our money, so I mean that's all that matters. And then I drove away in my Miata. And I got home, so I'm okay. So I can drive it. Like, I've gotten the hang of it. I really have. Like, I mean, if anybody's not driven standard, you should at least try to learn. Like, it really is you have to listen to the car and like really feel how everything works in the car, not just like in an automatic where it just tells you like it really does all the work for you. But it's a good skill to have. I suggest everybody do it. Anyway, Friday. I went again in the Miata. I made it.
Right. And, Arturo took it for a drive.
My boss, like, as soon as I get there, he's like, "Dame las llaves, güey." And I'm like, "What?" He's like, "Wait, let me drive it." And because he drives a little.
He drives a truck
that's a standard. Yeah.
So it's a GMC or was it GMC?
No, it's a Ram.
Oh, a Ram?
It's a Dodge.
Oh, that one's standard too?
99, yeah.
Because I think the GMC had was standard too, no?
No, it was automatic.
Oh.
Yeah, he drives like a tiny little Ram pickup that's a 99 standard. So he like, as soon as I showed up and he had it, he saw the car and he's like, "Hey, wait, dame tus llaves." And I'm like, why or what?
He's like, you're done.
He's like, if you still want a job here, me das las llaves. I'm like, okay. So I gave him the keys. He wanted to drive it. I forgot that I didn't tell him the order of the shifts. Like it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then it goes to reverse because every car is different. Like,
yeah.
So that's what I told you. Like I'm like, well, I really hope it doesn't turn off on him. But I forgot that he's probably like an expert because he's been driving it for a while. That's because I told you every clutch is different. So like, you know, his truck could feel so much different than the car. But he got used to it pretty quick. Like he drove it around the neighborhood and then came back. It's like, chingón, güey, me lo prestas? And I'm like, please.
You're like, give me that shit.
I'm like, give me the van, bro. We should both like just chicambio. We're like, I'm like, now I'm the one that goes to pick you guys up. Like, mañana a las 3.
Nos vemos en
el cine a las 3, muchacho. And I show up. I'm like, y'all ready to go, boys? Chingón.
Like, ¿quién falta? Ya tarde, chingada.
Just take off. Anyway, yeah, Burros was fun. It was cold.
Yeah, towards the end, it got cold.
It's fucking, I don't like this time of year because it's getting cold, and then in the daytime it's hot. So it's like I didn't bring any sort because we've talked about this, but when it gets cold, we start wearing like long sleeves under our shirts.
Oh yeah,
to kind of like thermals to kind of help out. But I mean, it wasn't like insanely cold or anything. But it was
towards the end where it got actually cold. Where I was like, oh
yeah, it was the first cold of the first cold burros of the year or of this season, I guess the fall season. So it was a little chilly in there. Like to the point where I told you, like, hey, bro, can you put the curtain down? Like, cause none of us can reach it. We're all short, bro. Everybody in the group is like 5'8", 5'7" or less. You know what I mean? Like
I didn't notice it until Boyo left.
That's true. Because Boyo is in Mexico, so like you're the only tall guy in the group. Yeah. So like when you stand next to all of us, he
leveled it out.
Yeah,
because he was in the front and he towered over the violins, and now we're here. I mean, I'm not as tall as him, but I'm taller than you guys.
But you tower over the trumpets and the rest of the harmonia.
So now it's like, you see, like, it looks like a little army because you see, like, all the little guys in the front. Because I think Saul, Vic, and Don Luis are, like, the shortest ones, no? Well, you're down there, too.
Am I taller than Don Luis?
I don't know.
No, Don Luis is taller than me.
Oh.
By a little bit.
Okay, but you see, like, the little minions in the front, and then you see, like, this giant in the back.
Yeah.
It's like a Harry Potter movie. Like,
yeah, you're like the king on a chessboard.
No, like the giant. Like a Harry Potter movie.
Yeah, the big guy?
Yeah. No, it's just like a giant.
Like Hagrid?
Yeah.
Like a Hagrid's bigger than everybody? Yeah.
I'm just like... you know? That's what it looks like. Because on pictures, like you can't see my face, you know? And then you're, like, blocked by, like, Soul or something.
Yeah. For real, like, we always have to fight for our face in the picture. Yeah. Like, because we're all short.
And I'm just like...
You're like...
Yeah, we said that once. Remember there was, like, someone chilling with, like his kids or something? Like, his dad and, like, 3 kids. And I'm like, that's me with you guys. I'm like, with my boys.
I don't remember.
You remember?
Mm-mm.
It was funny because, like, the guy was talking to, like, his kids. And they're, like, all in a group, like, talking to each other.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's me with you guys. I'm, like, all tall and shit. I'm, like, with my boys. It looks like I'm a babysitter.
Sons?
Yeah.
A babysitter. Oh, that's funny. A fucking babysitter.
But I had to do that. It's because...
yeah. That's where I was getting. You were supposed to get the curtain, and I told you.
I couldn't reach it.
But you're the only one that has a chance, is what I'm saying.
Yeah. When Arturo,
like... too short.
Like, I couldn't trust Arturo because he kept trying to, like raise me up. Like, I was telling him to just hold, like, my legs. So, like, you know.
You don't fall over.
But then, like, confianza to, like, reach for it. Because I had to be on my tippy toes on a chair.
Yeah.
And, like, me va a caer, you know.
Yeah.
So, Arturo was kind of like, I don't know what he was doing.
Well, he was, like, holding you and then trying to, like, raise your legs up.
Right. That's what I was scared.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I'm going to fall over this guy.
Well, I was right behind you, bro.
Oh, bro?
Like, your ass was in my face, and I was like, I'm ready, bro. And I was just like, hey, is it the guy's way?
You're ready to be like...
I'm ready to grab anything at this point. Oh, what'd you say?
You're going to be like...
No, mom.
Try to get in there, you're like, oh, no.
I was... Oh, no. I like that.
But yeah, that was scary because Arturo, like, he was playing games, but I was just like, just hold me, like, you don't have to raise me.
Yeah.
Just hold me. And I could feel him, like,
yeah, he was like picking you up.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, we were all behind you, like, just ready, like, in case anything, you know. Because we were ready to risk it just because, like, we were like, it's cold, bro. Like, you need to close this, you know. Like, we were all counting on you. So, I mean, we were trying to help. And then when we finally got it closed, and yeah, like, it's because it's really, look, at the chinga is, we play towards the back, so it's completely open. So, you know, all that wind comes in, and it's cold wind. So, I mean, like, my ass is literally, like, cold. Like, you know, my ass gets that first whiff of coldness, and it's like, and I look like Nacho Libre. I'm like, clench your ass cheeks. But yeah, it was the first cold. So, like, and I could really tell because my fingers start to freeze up a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And I can only feel like the thumb and the first finger with the pick, and that's literally it. Like, I can't feel anything else.
Shit.
But I mean, it's fine. It's whatever.
And there was no talon.
No talon. First one of the year.
It's because people are cold. That always happens when
Nobody came.
When, like, something changes, like the weather especially.
Yeah.
People are like, nah, hace frío, or like
We
after
should just
winter,
stay in. Yeah.
they're like, nah, hace calor. You know, they're like, entonces cuándo, chinga?
I mean, it's always those in betweens.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure like this week they're all gonna come out again. So
And they come with blankets and shit. They always do that.
It's funny too, cause like I was telling my sister was there, and it's Palomita. Shout out to them. They came out, and I sat with them for a little bit, and yeah, like since this half of this restaurant is outside, so you would think that, you know, they would have more than one calenton, which they had one in the beginning, but it ran out of gas.
Oh, bro.
Yeah, it was on at the beginning.
Fuck.
And it's one of those calentones, you know, the ones you see at a restaurant where it's like a big metal thing and it's got like a tower and then the fire comes out of it and shit. They have multiples of them, but they'll only ever have one or none on. And their excuse is always like, oh, it's because we don't have any gas, or no, we didn't go out to get the, you know, like the propane. And I'm like, you own a restaurant, like,
yeah,
you know it's gonna get cold. Like, how do you not, like, because now every client has to sit out there and freeze their ass off.
Yeah,
and because they would literally, I mean, they're lucky that they have like dedicated clients that will just go to watches. But like these fuckers will go out there like with big ass cobijas and like big ass sweaters and jackets, like just to go watch us and eat. And I'm like, dude, like, like it helped them out. Like dales, you know, un calentón, güey, no mames.
Hypocrisy, bro. Because I remember like a few weeks ago he was freaking out about like the people not coming back.
Yeah.
Because it was like some un susto or something.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, like,
the people will come back, like, because you just have that dedicated of a. They've been coming for years, dude. Like at this point, like when I started, which is like 8 years ago, and it's literally the same clients that still go there, and I'm like, dude, like, they're not gonna stop coming unless you literally tell them to not come. You know what I mean? But like, at least like take care of them, like give them a calentón, dude. Like it's like, I mean, I can't measure the temperature in there, but it had to be like 40 degrees in there, like. You know, I mean.
No, I think I was outside. Outside was pretty cold.
Okay, but it's still cold in there. Like,
it was cold inside.
Like, we're moving around and playing and, you know, moving our arms and shit, so maybe that generates a little bit of heat. But just sitting there, like, watching us play, like, that's going to get you cold. Like, because you're not doing anything. You're just sitting there eating. So, like, te va a dar frío, güey.
Cafecito.
Right. Café, un hot chocolate, something, you know, but I don't know. Point is, we didn't have any talon, so we pretty much dipped right after we were done. Which was like new for me. I got home like early, and I was like, wow, I don't know what to do with myself. So I went to sleep.
For real?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Dude, I've just been like
late.
Yeah.
I can't wait for Thanksgiving, dude.
How long do you get break?
We get a week now.
Oh no shit.
Yeah, cause I think they took away, like we had school for like Columbus Day.
Mm-hmm.
Or like and some other holiday. Like we don't miss school for those. They use those 2 days for Thanksgiving, so we have a whole week off.
That's cool. I like that because back then in college they would only give us
3 days.
Yeah, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And I was like, no mames.
Yeah.
Because I was like, man, at least in high school, like you got like, you know, the whole week.
Yeah.
So now as a teacher,
you need it more in college because that's when
you're the most tired.
Well, besides that, it's when most kids go away from their hometown. So you need more time to come back, you know, and I actually enjoy your family.
Yeah,
you know?
That's true.
But now we get 3 days, so hacen chinga de regreso, hacen chinga de vuelta. So
yeah.
it's like, what the fuck?
There's no real time off.
Yeah.
It's just more like a day. You come to eat and you're like, all right, well, bye.
Yeah, and it's towards the end of the semester, so right now my professor is like, hey, just like a 5-page essay,
No más.
nothing bad. And then next class like, hey, just a 5-page essay,
No
I'm
más.
like, what? Like,
That's too much.
it's like, se pusieron de acuerdo, ¿qué pedo? Like, they asked for the same thing, and I'm like,
I've seen that before. Where it's like teachers meeting up before break and they're just like evilly laughing.
yeah,
Like, we're just gonna assign all these projects.
bro.
Todo el pedo.
He's like, when they're like, Virgen, we're like, let's put the final on that day. Yeah, like, let's fuck him
It's
up.
like them on. What do you use? Dude, y'all use something called like Canvas or Blackboard or something like that?
No, they changed it. It's fuck. ¿Cómo se llama?
Well, you're like a student portal, like where you can see all your assignments.
Yeah,
and shit,
I can see a name because it just says student.
Okay, well then that shit, they're just like on that website and they're all like huddled together, like making assignments.
For real.
Like, damn, bro, this is gonna ruin his life.
Yeah.
And it's like, drop it.
Yeah.
And they just
Just do it.
They just put send. all the students get the emails and just cry like for the next 3 days.
For real.
No, and the good thing is we were early. We finished early because the next morning we met up at 11. Now this was a long day just because
Canvas. That's what it's called.
Yeah, that's what I fucking said.
Oh, bro.
Yeah, I said Canvas. What was I saying? Oh yeah, it was gonna be a long day on Saturday. I think we had 7 hours total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, we had 7 hours total, but they were spaced out like all day. Like for example, we met up at 11, so good thing I got that good night of sleep. I even woke up and like I showered, like had a good morning, like ready to go. No, I don't eat breakfast.
Okay,
that's just me, I guess.
Hello.
But we met up at 11. We had a misa from 12 to 1, which was good.
Yeah.
All I remember is that Saul went up to sing something, and we were like on this platform, like for the choir, I guess.
Well, we were kneeling.
No,
I remember we were kneeling because that you're talking about when you tripped.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were kneeling.
Really?
Because that's when I stepped out and I kneeled next to the piano. Because I have a bass, so I can't be doing that.
Okay.
I remember that because I was seeing him from that point of view. Because I actually saw him trip.
All I remember is that he hit the shit out of something.
He hit the step.
Yeah, and it was quiet. Like, because, the misa was quiet. So you're just like, poof, and we're like.
Yeah, I saw it
like, dude, I couldn't. I looked away from you and apparently everybody heard it. Like, I thought I was the only one that found it funny. But then after the misa, when I said, like, bro, like, you fucking trip, like, I heard that loud ass crash. He's like, yeah. So I was like, yeah, like, I didn't look at anybody because I knew y'all were going to be laughing. And Arturo was like, yeah, me too, dude. Like, because when I heard it, like, we had to play a song right after.
Yeah.
So, like, it was like, poof, tres, cuatro. And then we just went right into it. And I was over here, like, just dying. I just couldn't stop, dude. And I felt bad because, like, I mean, people can probably see the mariachis. Like, we're, like, center stage or, like, next to the altar and everything. So, like, I'm sure someone there was like, what's wrong with that guy,
Yeah. Well, they can't see him because there's something there. I forgot what it was.
Piano?
No, the piano was next to me.
Oh, the mic stands?
Maybe. But yeah, I actually remember, like, because we were kneeling and then he stood up to go back to his microphones because we all have microphones.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he stepped on it. I'm like, I still have to. Because I don't know. I didn't find it as funny as you, but I was like,
I was
like, loser.
Yeah. Just like idiot.
Yeah.
It was just funny, man. I live for the simple shit like that, man. Like like I told you, I love when kids fall down. Yeah. We're just hauling ass and they fall down. Like that's my favorite.
I think it's Scorpion.
Yeah, fucking with the legs coming up and everything. Like, yeah, I love that shit, dude. It's my favorite. Anyway, so we had that misa from 12 to 1. So the next gig was until 5:30. We had this huge gap of like 5.5 hours, or 4.5 hours. So like, what are you gonna do 4.5 hours? We went to Seafood Shack and we got some damn flautas.
Fuck, I was upset, man, because I had a good breakfast. There you go. Like I woke up, some huevitos. What? ¿Qué was coming? Carne?
You ate some shit.
Yeah, and then un cafecito and everything, So I was full. Like we went. And then we go to Seafood Shack. I'm like, you motherfucker.
Because, I mean, I was hungry. Like I said, I need breakfast. So this is like 2-3 o'clock.
Yeah.
And then, so me, like, I was excited to get the flautas because I was like, hell yeah. Like, finally, it'd been a while since I ate them.
No,
So
I wasn't going to finish them.
And we all ordered, and then, like, I saw you. What'd you get? Like, tostadas de ceviche? What? I mean, now they're good, but, like, not as good as the flauta.
Yeah, but I wasn't going to finish the flautas.
You could have taken them.
No, it wouldn't be the same.
Point is, Victor didn't get them, and I was disappointed in him. But I was fucking happy because I was eating my flautas. They were
Yeah, it was good, too.
delish. And, but that was a way for us to kind of kill some time, so we went to Seafood Shack. But even after we killed all this time there at the restaurant, we still had like another like hour and a half to kill, like before the gig. All I remember is I took like a micro nap. How long was that drive to the QT after we went to the venue, and then we were like, let's go to the gasolinera?
Had to be like 10 minutes.
Well, then I guess the nap was like 10 minutes. I just knocked out. I was like,
yeah.
Knocked out, woke up, todo norteado. I was like, it really does feel like you teleport.
Yeah.
I feel like that's probably what time travel is like. Like you go to sleep in one, and then you just wake up like, what the fuck? Because I woke up and we're at the at the gas station. I was like,
I bought a Monster. I haven't had a Monster in a while.
That's like your form of energy, like for when the gigs are coming up, right? Like that's what you.
No, I get Red Bull. I like the pomegranate.
So what'd you get the Monster for?
Just to change it up.
Oh.
And I like that it has a little cap.
Yeah,
I get the big ones with the cap, so I can just like sip on it.
You get the one that looks like it's a NOS bottle. Like it's like thick, you know.
Yeah. It was funny too, cause I'm like unwrapping it, cause it has like a wrapper in the top.
Yeah.
I'm like, can I say jale? And like Arturo was like, what time was it?
We still had like another hour.
We still had another hour.
Yeah.
And then Arturo's like, no, like don't drink it. I was about to chug that thing. I was ready because we were just parked. I'm like, okay, well we're about to start. So
yeah.
I'm just like, I'm like fighting with it because I did it all wrong too. So I'm just like,
he's like, no.
Yeah.
It's because if you would have drank it there and then you got to sit for another hour.
He's done that to me twice.
Yeah. So you're just sitting there like,
I'm just like, I could run a mile right now. In like 30 minutes.
In your drive.
Right. Whole mile in 30 minutes.
Yeah. No, it just it was cool. That one was a wedding? No. 15.
Right, for Nevada.
Yeah. So we started playing, right? We played for her, and we always play Happy Birthday first. And the way we sing our happy birthdays, Feliz cumpleaños a ti, feliz cumpleaños.
Well, we play mañitas, and then we play Happy Birthday.
Hoy por ser. No, but I'm talking about where they actually say the name.
Yeah, the Happy Birthday part.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. And her name was Nevea. The only reason I know this?
Go.
It's because I know that it's heaven spelled backwards.
Mm.
Like if you get the word heaven and you turn it around, it's Nevea. But everybody's Mexican here, so like Don Luis and Arturo were like Nevea.
Yeah.
So like happy birthday, Nevea. You know, and that's when I started laughing. I was like, your name's Nevea, bro. Like, I mean, who knows? I've never heard it pronounced in Spanish, so maybe it was Nevea. You know. But I was just like, no, it's. I know for a fact it's Nevea, just because I'm like, it's heaven spelled backwards.
No, pues está bien.
I mean,
yo no sabo.
But it was just like Nevea. It tripped me out. Or Nevea. I don't know how they said it, but it just tripped me out. Anyway, we played for Nevea. We played for her Sweet 16. Right. Nothing really happened there though. It was a 2-hour gig. It was dope, I guess. I followed the DJ because I'm looking into maybe one day I'm gonna need a DJ like for
your wedding?
My wedding or something. So maybe I've been doing that lately. Like if I liked his sound
for a while
because there are DJs that actually DJ and I like that. Not just like press play like on a playlist.
No. Like
this dude was like mixing the where like a song will go into the other song and he'll actually mix it. So I like that shit. So that's actually I talked about this with my wife. Like it's actually a good thing that like I get to play like at different venues and we get to see different bands. I've gotten cards like from the Norteño groups before too. Just because you never know, and that's the best way to like really find like people. It's like listening to them like at their venue or at their event, and then you could be like later like, oh yeah, I know a DJ. Hey, yeah, I know a Norteño band, stuff like that. So That's one good thing about being a mariachi. You get to see all these acts.
You see the venues too. Like
And the venues.
like,
yeah.
damn, this is a nice place.
And then they told me the price, and I'm like, damn, this would have been a nice place.
Se
llamaba. Anyway, played 2 hours there. Had another hour in the cold. This one was cold. They actually had a fire going. So it was our first leña of the year.
Oh, yeah, you get todo malo.
Because, that's when you come out of the traje, come out of the gig with your traje smelling like leña. So you just kind of smell like wood, burning wood, which isn't fun. I guess we'll talk about it right now. But this weekend, our trajes took a beating. Like, my traje right now is over there, and it's full of mud. I'll explain why right now. But it probably smells like leña, and it's full of mud. Like, it just goes through some shit.
Fuck.
And then, what's the next thing? It was a 70. How old is he? 70, the guy? We played for his birthday.
I guess.
The 1 hour?
You told me it was the graduation, and I believed you.
See, what happened was we showed up, and I knew right away it was a birthday party because he was wearing a shirt that said, like, 70 años, and everybody, we started playing for this old guy. And it was funny because, like, while we were playing the whole time, they had a sign on the house, and it said, like, congratulations, like, graduate, class of 2021 or whatever it said. 2021. So I automatically think, like, oh well, it's an old, like, banner, like this is from another party maybe they had, like, maybe a month ago or something like that, but they just never bothered to take down the banner. Like, me in my head, that made sense.
Yeah.
So when I looked at Victor, I was like, bro, like, that shit's inspirational, bro. And he just looked at me like, why or what? I'm like, damn, bro, like, he's 70 and he just graduated. And then, like, you look at the band and you're like, oh, shit, for real? Like,
yeah. But what happened, too, is that when you were saying that, I got interrupted by something else.
Yeah.
Like, someone, I don't know if El Señor came up to us, he was like, want some drinks? Or if it was Arturo, like, hey.
It might have been.
Something happened.
Because he was offering us.
Where I lost concentration.
Yeah.
So the whole gig after that, in my bug of my head, I'm like, damn, this guy just graduated.
Like, really graduated.
Yeah.
Like, congratulations. Like, at 70 years old.
Yeah,
wow,
and coming back from the van, like, I don't know what the mic told me, but I'm like, see, like, se acaba de graduar el señor or something.
And then I overheard and I was like, wait.
Yeah.
Victor, like, I was fucking kidding. Like,
yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's an old banner. Like, this motherfucker's not going to be.
I'm like, what?
I'm like, this one's not going to be graduating right now at 70.
Like, I feel so betrayed. I mean, people have done that.
I mean,
like, they get a PhDs and shit, like, but.
At 70, though?
I'm pretty sure there's cases like that.
I feel like when I'm 70, like, I'm just not going to do shit. Like, I'm hopefully retired by then.
Yeah. But I mean, you never know. There's people that don't like to stand around.
But just the fact that you believe
it
was the
like
funny part. Because you're like, no, se acaba de graduar el señor. Like, no, Mike. And even though Mike was like, sí? No, pues está bien. No.
¿Celebró, Sammy? I'm like,
yeah. No.
And then Sammy's like, no.
I'm like, bro, it was his birthday. We were playing for his birthday, not his graduation. Wait, no, mames.
That was funny.
Yeah, it was hilarious. Last gig of the night was supposed to be from 10 to 12. We got there a little late because it was in the middle of fucking nowhere. Like, it was like it was like southeast of Dallas, and it was like it was in Kaufman, which, if you're from here, I didn't even know where that was. But we went all the way to Kaufman, and we were playing for Incredible Man. So if you've been listening to this podcast for a while, you know about Incredible Man. The reason we call him Incredible Man is because he looks like Mr. Incredible. Our boss, though, said that his name is Incredible Man, and we all made fun of him for it, so we just now call him Incredible Man.
Yeah.
That's the backstory on him. But this guy, he's a big guy. We played for his son's birthday?
19th birthday?
Apparently, that fool was 19.
Brother looks 32. Like,
yeah, dude, like, he's tall as Incredible Man. He's got a beard like Incredible Man. You know, he had a whole beard. He did not look 19, bro. He looked like a whole ass adult, like
quarterback, bro. Like,
no, he looked like a linebacker.
He's
bro.
like, I can't drink because I got a game tomorrow, for the Cowboys or something. Like,
I know, and that's the thing. Like, I really thought he was older, man. Like,
yeah, me too.
He was just a big dude. Like, me knowing he's Incredible Man, I thought his son would look like Dash, like a little kid. Like, in my head, but no, he's like as big as him, as built just like him, broad shoulders and everything. But it just tripped me out because I was like, like this fool's 19, bro. Like when I was 19, like I was half his size. Like even now, you know, like still, that's what I'm saying. Like todavía, you know. But the good thing is, I was kind of like, I was kind of pumped because like, well, every time we play for this fool, at least like the hours kind of go by faster a little bit. But that wasn't the case because we were in like this warehouse.
Yeah,
it looked like for animals. Yeah, I think he bought this piece of land.
He's like remodeling or something.
Because there was a house there, but he had the party like in a little warehouse next to his land, and it's made of like metal, so you know that it's gonna keep in all that cold. Like, cause I mean the cold metal is just gonna stay everything cold.
I mean, it has gaps because it was wet inside.
There was a rat in there.
I didn't see it.
I was like, look, it's a rat, and I saw him like running like on top.
He's like, now no one will believe you.
Yeah, because like I was the only one that saw it. Yeah, and I was just like, no, mira, wait, no. You know, I was a little scared because the rats are scary. They run fast. They're like scary.
They have healthy meat. I don't know.
Anyway, it didn't go that fast for me actually. I think it was supposed to be 3 hours, so we played the 3 hours, but it was cold, man. Estaba frío. We talked about this where like this fool has that much money, but he only had one calentón.
Yeah, for his family.
I'm like, what is this, burros? Burritos locos is our planta. Like, they run the same shit, you know? Because he has to have cash, bro. Because he's a home renovator. Obviously, he's Mr. Incredible, or he's Incredible Man, so he can just pick shit up. But like, he's a home renovator. So I guess he has money because I guess he bought this piece of land too, and since he hires for 3 hours, it's a lot of money too, you know. But the fact was that after we played the 3 hours, like he was drinking a lot, man. He was like double fisting Michelob's. He just
water.
Well, he was drinking it like water because he was just like literally like 2 gulps and it's like it finished, and then he gets another one and it's like, good, finished. You know, like he was just like grabbing them like water, like Capri Suns or some shit. And it was like, fuck, man. I mean, I'm guessing he has a higher tolerance because he's a big guy. Or, I don't know, man. But he was
I never saw him drink that much.
He was going hard, dude. Like I'm not even gonna lie, man. Like that guy was going hard. And the whole time I just remember thinking like, man, it's cold, and it was muddy. It was super muddy. Yeah. Why did it rain?
That's what I said. Like there were gaps, because it was raining. Like
it was cold. It was raining. But did it rain?
Yeah, because outside was muddy, and inside too. That's why I said there's holes in the ceiling.
In the ceiling, so I must have gotten that part wet too. Yeah,
because where we were, it was wet.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Point is, everything was fucking like super wet. I mean, you need some proof, bro. Like, look at my boots right now. Look at my boots. Look.
But they've been like that for a month, bro.
Like, bro, they were like that last week. Like, no whole last week. No, like, dude, we were just like caked in mud. I mean, you should see my traje, man. Like, the bottom of the pants were just bad. But point is, once we were done, it really was the end of the party because everyone had pretty much like taken off already, like all his invitados and everybody. So it was literally just like the 2 big brothers, like Incredible Man and his brother, and, you know, his son, his daughter. I'm guessing his daughter's boyfriend. It looked like,
yeah.
I think so, right?
Yeah.
And then his wife. You know, there was just a couple of people there. You know, so like literally when we finished, that's when everybody started packing up and getting ready to leave. So we started, you know, getting ready to leave. We got in the van. At this time, it's like already like 2 something. It was like, because like I said, we were supposed to finish at 1:30, but we didn't finish really till like 1:40, 1:45. We always play a couple extra for that food. And then, so by the time we were in the van and we were ready to go, it was like past 2. So I just remember thinking like, you know, we're going to drive all the way to the cars. By the time we get there, it'll be like 3. And by the time I get to, you know, my house, it'll be like 3:20, 3:30 or something like that, right? So that was my plan, like going forward, you know, because that's like we're already done. But pasó una tragedia. And we all got in the van. We took off. And we were following the pace or someone had left through the big-ass field. like because what you needed to do was you needed to go around the whole property in order to go through the dirt road that is like the drivable road. Right. But I guess in our minds we were like, let's just follow that truck that just went through the field. Looking back, I'm like, why didn't anybody stop us?
I wasn't paying attention. I just remember.
I really wasn't.
I just remember the van was kind of like not moving.
So, well, yeah. Before we started going, Arturo was like, "Pero vaya a ser recio," like telling Don Luis, like, "Go a little fast, so we don't get stuck." And I was over here like, "Damn, imagine we get stuck," like in my head, And then, sure enough, we start heading. We were like maybe 100 feet from like the exit.
Yeah.
And sure enough, I guess we were going too slow. You just hear the. We're like, fuck. And then everybody had a collective like, fuck. Like we all knew we were stuck.
Yeah.
And we could really tell whenever we walked out. Did you remember when we opened the doors and we stepped out and how mushy the ground was?
Yeah.
It was all mud and it was all wet and there was no traction whatsoever. So like when I stepped out and like my foot went into the ground, I was like, this was stupid. Why did we do this? Like,
I know.
Like why? What
we were so
were we
close
thinking? We have a heavy ass van and we thought we could go through the pasto with the mud. And this, mind you, it is now like 2:20 in the morning. And we're in the middle of nowhere. Like, there's no one here is going to get us a grúa or anything like that, It was a shit situation, bro. Because we were like, what are we going to do?
I'm going to start looking for, what you need, son como piedras, or like...
You need something hard to be on the wheel to get up onto it.
Like thick branches, to put in the wheel.
Or like a
so
log.
you can take them.
Yeah.
But it was a field. No
había nada. Yeah.
I only found these little branches. I'm like, ¿qué va a ser esto?
Yeah. You were like stuffing it under the wheel, and I was like, bro, like it'd take a miracle to get out.
You need help. I had a hope. I was like, come on,
you can do it, bro.
I wanna go home.
It's because it was cold too. Like we were exhausted. It was cold. It was like wet almost, and then like we were full of mud in our trajes. There was like no way out. So luckily, Incredible Man. I wish this story ended with him just picking up the van, letting us go. No, but Incredible Man and his brother were like, dude, like I said, he was drinking beer like water, so he was gone. Like they were both done. Like, and they saw that we were in trouble because we were in the middle of the field, so we're like, help, So he gets out of the van, his truck. They were gonna go home too, and he's like, I guess he was like, oh, yo les ayudo or whatever, like. Or whatever. So he gets out and Arturo, like standing next to Arturo looks like David versus Goliath. Because they're both like one's small and one's big.
Yeah.
But he couldn't walk.
Yeah.
Mr. Incredible couldn't walk. He was just like he just kept going to like he was trying to go forward and he was going east and west, bro. Like he was, like,
he was zigzagging.
Yeah, he couldn't stand straight. So like I don't know why Arturo and Mr. Incredible Man went to the house to look. We thought he was going to like look for like a shovel or something to help.
Yeah.
But they didn't come back for like 20 minutes. And then the other guy that was there, which was like the boyfriend of the daughter or whatever, he knew how to drive a Bobcat. And if you don't know what a Bobcat is, it's like a little forklift like that they use like for work. It also digs and everything. They had one actually at this venue. So what happened is he walked all the way across the field, got the Bobcat and brought it out, and he pulled up behind the van and he's like, well, like I can try, like bringing it up a little bit and then maybe you guys like trying to get out that way, or I could do this. But there was a lot of logistical things we couldn't do because it's like, well, I can't tell you yes, bro, because like the owner of the van is over there in the house. So like I don't want to tell you yes and then like the back bumper is destroyed, like. Because, it's not my van. I'm not going to tell you, like, to do something if it could possibly damage it. So, like, I was calling Arturo. He wouldn't answer. And I was just like... So, we were all just chilling there, like, in the cold, watching the tire, like... like, there's nothing... There was nothing to do. Like, there's literally nothing to do. And then Arturo finally pops out with Incredible Man. And they start walking down towards the van. And he's like, I thought y'all got it out. We're like, bro, we're waiting for you, bro.
Like, no mames, dude. Like, we've been here, like, just Well, I started looking at the stars. I was just like, ooh.
You're like, well, it's kind of pretty. Like out in the country, you can see all the stars. And I was like, oh shit. Because y'all were even like, I think that's Orion's belt.
Yeah, I could see Orion. And I was like, that's Virgo. I was just making shit up. Like, that's Virgo, bro. And then so it was like, huh?
That's the big spoon and the little spoon. I remember those. Oh, the Big Dipper and the Little Dipper. I remember. Anyway, we were just like, man, like, what do we do?
I'm looking like pretty, like, and I look down. I'm like, shit.
Like we're really in this situation right now, and we never learn because this has happened like 2 or 3 times. That this happens, you know, that we get stuck. You would think we learned after the first time, but no, we just keep doing. What is it? Siempre caigo en los mismos errores. And then, so Arturo was like, well, you know, just try to pick it up, and you know, maybe we can like do this. Like we were trying to figure it out, but Credo Man, who could not stand or walk, was like, I'm gonna drive the Bobcat.
Yeah,
and we're like. Bro, like you can't even stand. Like, how do you expect to drive that thing? Because he got inside the Bobcat, closed the door. He started turning on all the switches. Like he looked like he was going into space, bro. Because he was like flipping all these switches and shit. And we were like, bro, like, how are you gonna do this? Like, you can't. You shouldn't even be driving, and you're driving heavy machinery. Like, no, please stop. You know. And he pulls up behind the van, and he picks it up, bro. Like with the forklift.
Like picked it up too much.
He picked it up like. Hasta arriba, way. Like, that shit was high. And we were just, like, watching, like, you guys were on live, right? Yeah. And so we're just watching, like, fuck. Like, can we go home? I was praying, bro. I was just like, can we go home, please? I just need to go home. I want to see my wife one more time, you know?
The one that saved us was his other brother.
So, okay. So, right before that happened, like, the van was in the air.
Yeah.
Like, it was literally, like, the front end was on the ground. And the other, imagine, like, a good, like, 3-4 feet of like, the wheels being off the ground, like from the back, right? And then, ¿cómo se llama?
I don't know. I call him Wong because it was like Wong.
He kind of looks like Wong from the Marvel universe.
For sumo lifting.
He walks up out of nowhere. He's like, no,
yeah,
get it off. And he was right before this. He was drunk. Like
he was still drunk because he was. I mean, I had drank a little bit too. Yeah. So I just remember he was next to me, and I can't help not seeing him because he breathes so hard.
Yeah, he
so
does.
Like we're just sitting next to each other, and he's like, so I just look at him, and he looks at me. He's like, "I'm so fucked up, bro."
Oh, really?
Yeah.
He told
you didn't hear that?
No.
I don't know how far we're from you guys, but we're just sitting there. And we just look at each other. He's like, "Oh, I'm fucked up, bro." And I'm like, same.
Like both of them, like the two brothers were gone, dude. So the fact that they were trying to help us was a miracle on its own, you know. And then so he was like, no, drop it.
He started explaining like you have to give the van traction so it can move forward.
Exactly, yeah. So like everybody was like, all right. So like what we figured out was like, okay, just take the Bobcat and literally push the van, which is scary in general.
I think he popped the spare tire.
I don't know.
You heard like a pop.
I don't know, bro. But shit was loud though.
Yeah.
Point is,
something's out of place.
The Incredible Man pushed le puchó el gas, you know, to the Bobcat. He pushed the van, dude.
Yeah.
And I was just scared because I was like, it's gonna fuck something up. And you could just hear the of the van. He's like, échale, dale. And then boom, we're out of the mud, bro. And it was crazy because like the exit was right there. Like we were so close. It's just, you know, and by this time it's like almost 3 a.m, dude. And like we all got in the van, like all cold. We're like, just take me home, bro.
Like un airecito, un calentón.
Please turn on the air, please.
Can't feel my toes.
All I remember is that we were all exhausted. So like we all knocked out on the way back to the cars. Because I woke up right before everybody and I looked around and I'm like, everybody was done. Everybody was asleep.
Well, it's cold. Like cold is like I can't stand the cold. Like at first, like the first minutes, like si tengo frío, you know, at a gig. But then like your body gets used to it. But I feel like your body is like working a lot on keeping like at least your organs warm. You know?
Keeping everything working. Yeah.
Because if you notice, like after you're in the cold for a while, like once you're like in a nice place, you feel tired.
Yeah.
You feel like your body starts relaxing and you're like, damn, a nap could smack right now.
Yeah.
And sure enough, I'm in the van. I can't even sleep in where the spot that I am, and I'm just like.
You're like knocked out. Yeah. It's because we were all, I mean, it's by the time we got to the cars, it was like 3. I remember looking at the clock. It was like 3:37 in the morning. We got to my truck. I woke up. My contacts were like dry as fuck. So I was like saying bye to you guys. I was like, I'll see you guys later. Okay. I know they're almost like I couldn't see. And even driving on the freeway, like I was like,
Yeah,
I couldn't see.
I remember swerving for a little bit. I was like, fuck.
Yeah, man.
But I was coming back to it.
We made it home. Crazy weekend. At least we have our health, you know.
Well, I don't know, cause my throat feels kind of itchy too.
Yeah, the next day I did feel a little like under the weather. So, I mean, 3 hours, and then
I mean, not 3 hours. It was like
4 with the other one.
The other one was outside.
Yeah, the cold really messed us up, and then all of a sudden it's like 80 degrees. So it's like,
I'm like, no.
Yeah, so that was the weekend, guys. It was a good time. You never know what's gonna happen here in the mariachi world, so that's why we do our best to combat it in all these different ways. Okay, so we got to get into Charro Chat, and we can't take too long because we need to get you where you're going. So we're going to get through these pretty quick. This first question, are there Santa Cecilia celebrations in your area? If so, do you guys attend? There is one here in Fort Worth. It's pretty much every year, right? Does they still do it?
Yeah, we were invited to it.
We've been invited several times. We just don't do it.
This year we got invited to it.
But we're not going to do it, right? No. Yeah. It's usually because it's on a Sunday. And like I said, I think Arturo one time I told him, like, hey, we're going to do Santa Cecilia. And he's like, ¿pa qué, güey? And I'm like, damn, you're right.
Yeah.
I mean, it's more like a showcase. You know, like they bring a lot of the mariachis here in Fort Worth and Dallas. And, you know, they just kind of play some songs.
Oh, shit, there's questions.
Oh, which we call them La Guerra de los Mariachis.
Pelea de charros.
Pelea de charros. Because like most people like maybe want to go there and like
most people go to like show off and like talk smack about the other group. I think that's what
it's like where they watch the groups like.
Yeah, like every time I go there doing that shit, I'm like, okay.
Yeah, but I mean, we I don't know. We just they've done it before a couple years ago though, but not since I've been there.
Done it with other groups.
But yeah, they do have that. One day maybe I want to do the.
Oh, and then one time with Northside.
Did we?
Yeah.
Oh no, I don't remember
Twice.
that. Fuck, I don't remember that. But yeah, they do have that one. Here in Fort Worth, it's pretty cool. Have you ever done community service? Like, do you think we're criminals, bro? Like, I mean, yes, not. No, I did a little bit for my fraternity. Back when I was in school, we were. That was like our thing. It was to graduate our brothers and serve our communities. So we did like stuff, you know, around in San Marcos and stuff. So that was kind of cool. It is kind of cool to do. I haven't done one recently, but that's what we did.
Oh, actually, might the next month.
Oh, bro?
Yeah, our teacher is telling us
like extra credit kind of shit.
No, not out of the kindness of our hearts. I think
you're like fuck that.
No, I might do it.
Do it, bro. I mean, it's cool. I like it. Just kind of give back to people who are less fortunate. You know, it's a good feeling, not just for you, but like for the person you're trying to benefit. Is that it?
Yeah.
What brand of strings are y'all's personal favorite? Lately I've just been using Savares. That's just what I've been using. It's a good brand. I pretty much put it on all my Viuelas and they've sounded good, so I've just been using those. That's Viuela though. And for guitar, I just use the Dario Pro Art. Just because they sound solid. But I'm not a guitar player. But yeah.
Oh, I just use Guadalupe, man.
Guadalupe.
Like, they stay in tune. They feel good. ¿Qué más quieres?
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, like Guadalupe is just kind of like the standard. They're good, man. I like their shit.
I'm trying others, so we'll see.
Yeah.
In about 4 months.
Advice for starting a mariachi in college. How to spend practice. If you're starting a mariachi, man, I don't have any experience in that, but I would think if I were to start one, I'd want to have a good like set list of maybe like 5-6 songs that you know for sure, just because that's like enough for like almost a 30-minute performance. And if you're starting from like, the ground up, you really want to see, you know, everybody's musical prowess, I guess you could say. So like how good the violin, or how much can the violins take, how much can the trumpets actually perform, and how much can the armonia actually do. So like just picking like 6 or maybe even 7 songs to make sure that those sound solid. That's a great foundation. And then from there you're able to see how good the musicians are, and then from there introduce some other songs that could possibly challenge them. You never want to play anything too easy. You want to challenge yourself. But yeah, start with like a good 6-7 songs, 30-minute performance. You can start doing gigs with the 30-minute performance, and then from there you can make it bigger. Practice. How to spend practice? Yeah, just go over those songs and really see where everybody is at musically. That's all I can say.
I would say start with flyers.
I guess yeah.
Yeah, cause talking about starting at Mariachi.
Well, that's what. Oh, I meant like.
How to get students.
Oh, yeah.
Like you flyers. Go to high schools. Seniors are graduating, going to that college.
Yeah, I didn't think about that. I thought of like when he already has musicians, but before,
flyers. Attend clubs. Some of them have musicians. I'm gonna try it. You never know.
I would think just use social media. I mean, that's the way to get it out,
bro. Yeah.
Yeah, like.
I mean, you could send a school email.
Yeah,
like a broad.
Yeah, and because that's crazy. Like, because like really here I'm speaking about Texas in general, but like in Texas, like the only schools that really do mariachi like big would be like our UTRGV, who like really focus on having that school group. My school, Texas State, has like the school group. I think U of H has like a school group now.
UTSA,
A&M had one. UT. So all these groups, are popping up everywhere. So, and that's the thing too. Like, there's a lot of talent in Texas. Like these Texas seniors that are like super good and playing, and they want to continue. Like, they're gonna be going to all these schools. So like, you can really start one anywhere. So just put it out there. And I mean, all you got to do is have like a venue to rehearse, and that's all you have to do. After that, you just look for opportunities to play, and that's it. But yeah. Where do you get your repertoire from? From Las Chambas, way. To be honest, like from the gigs. Also, it's because I listen to mariachi, and you do too. So
no, I don't.
Wait, every time I get in your car, it's Javier Solis like, and I'm like, dude, like, you never listen to anything else? Like,
yeah, dude.
Okay.
¿Qué tiene, güey? ¿Qué tiene,
no, nada. But I'm just saying, like.
What I do is I have like a playlist of homework.
Yeah.
Cause like sometimes they ask for the song, pero like I forget after the gig, So what I do real quick is I go to the mic and I'm like, the mic, ¿cómo se llama esa? It's like something. Like, ¿con quién es? So I just look it up on Apple Music, and I just look up like name and artist, and if it matches, I just add it to the playlist and I listen to it later.
And that helps you study, really, for the next time that they ask for it. So, yeah. So, yeah, from there. For Sammy, favorite violista. For Vic, favorite guitarronista. Only current players. What does that mean? They all...
Like, they haven't passed away or, like, from this time.
Oh, for me, it's Tony. Easy. Tony from when he used to play in Sol. But even now, that guy's crazy. That's why I really like that he was in the pod. Because I got to talk to him for a little bit. Dude, when I was like a kid or like in high school, that fool was like my hero, bro. I was just like, I was watching videos and I'm like, I want to be like that, bro. No, but for sure him. He's really cool. You? Current players?
Fuck.
I think I know who you're going to say.
I would probably say Enrique de Vargas. Because it was between him, Mario Hernandez, or Pedro Hernandez. But I think I like Enrique more. He has so much, well, for one, like, he sounds really good. Like,
yeah.
Every recording you hear of him, it sounds super clean. Everything sounds, like, spot on. People criticize him because apparently he doesn't play loud. But I'm like, I don't think he has to play loud, Like,
no, if you're in Vargas, I don't think you need to take criticism from anybody. Like,
that too, yeah.
You're in Vargas, dude.
Right,
like you can't tell me shit. Like, if I'm there, I'm just be like, kiwi. That would be me, bro.
Yeah. Because I like how Pedro, like, when Mario played with Sol de Mexico.
Yeah, he was really solid, too. Yeah, hell
but I don't know, Enrique just has a lot of, he's very solid, and he's so consistent. I've only heard him mess up once.
Oh.
Live. And it's like, the way he took it, too, was like, damn, Kim.
Next question. When teaching Viuela for beginners, what is the first song you start with? I don't know about song. I just I teach like from the beginning, so like rancheras, just so they can understand the very basics of the time signature. of 3/4. 1, 2, 3, boom, dun, dun, boom, dun, dun, boom. So I mean, any ranchera will do. Like most people will do like the colores, or you can start with el rey because that also comes up with the contras in the middle. So how it changes time, all that stuff is very helpful for someone who's like barely beginning. So it's just so they understand the very basics of a time signature. 1, 2, 3, 1. That's just what I would say. Next one, gut strings. Have you ever tried them? No, we have nylon. No. What are harp norms? What are harp norms if there is no harp part in a song?
Just play the bass line.
Yeah.
And from what I've learned from other people is you have like a bag of tricks, which is basically a bag of little adornos that you remember. Like,
just
even if they're simple, like pam 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 pam, you know, some shit like that. You can do that. Just make sure que no estorbes. That means don't play when the violins are playing, when the trumpets are playing. You know,
like find a pocket.
Find your own little spots. Yeah.
Yeah, find a pocket. Cool. Where is the CharroBeans TikTok? There is a CharroBeans TikTok. It is called. Yeah, it's where. It's where I put all the little clips that I post every week. It's called CharroBeanspodcast. So if you want to follow us on TikTok, we're on there. And thoughts on when clients ask for a song that isn't mariachi, like banda, tejano, or pop. It's usually fine. Like the banda ones, I've never heard a lot of tejano ones. Like the banda ones, you can if it's like easily converted, then I don't really mind it because it's like, for example, like any banda songs now, mariachis like just pull them out. Like they're actually in albums now. Like people record these banda tracks, so it's whatever to me. Like as long as I can play it and it fits within the style, kind of. But when it's like just mamás way, like things that you can't really do in a mariachi, then it's like, okay, bro, like we can't do that. Yeah. Like at the funeral that we were playing at a couple weeks ago, and they wanted us to play a song from Los Inquietos.
Oh yeah.
And those guys play like I'm like, how are we supposed to play that like in a mariachi setting? Like I'm gonna be like, yeah, I'm not gonna be doing that. So like that's the only part where I'm like, okay, dude, like we can't do that. Like that's not possible. I mean, we can, but it's gonna sound like stupid.
Yeah.
So I mean, as far as like my feelings towards it, as long as we can convert it to mariachi and it'll sound like cohesive, then it's like whatever. Then yeah, I'll play it. It's no pedo, you know. And real quick, let's do the confessions. I don't mind Mariachi Loco. It's just the part where we're expected to dance that I don't like.
Yeah, that's all I can.
People think that we probably get hype when people like they're Mariachi Loco. We're like, oh fuck yeah, and we start dancing. Like I guess that's what they want to see.
Yeah.
But it's like none of us feel that way. Just stop. Get some help.
That's for you to dance.
It's literally for a song for you to dance to. So if you don't dance it, then we just look like some idiots dancing.
Yeah, we're not even great dancers.
And we're not even cute, bro. Like when we do it. So it's like, what are you getting out of this performance? Because I'm not. You know, like I don't know. This fool went to jeans with a traje at a football game.
Wow, bro.
I mean, mariachi in football. I've seen crazier shit at a football game. So I mean, it's not like it's that out of pocket, you know. Like you just, I mean, you probably
look. Did you go on purpose? Like, you were like,
yeah, I guess there's more to that story.
This will be fashion, or did you forget your traje?
Did you forget your pants, or you just did it on purpose? I mean, if you did it on purpose, it's a little sus. But I mean, if you forgot like your pants and you only had your jeans, well, I mean, well, you're gonna do what you're gonna do. I mean, the other option is like no pants, and you can't do that without registering.
I mean, yeah.
You know, so as far as that, just I mean, if you had to do what you had to do, you had to do what you had to do. You know, that's it. But that's pretty much it. And last one, we were hired for a birthday, and we entered playing the party. Wait, hang on, I can't read. We were hired for a birthday, and as we entered playing, the party was for the Santa Muerte. That's scary, dog. I've told you.
That probably means they're like narcos or something.
Maybe. Or it's just that they're into some voodoo type, like Mexican voodoo type shit.
Yeah.
Because, like, I told you, we already talked about ghosts on here. and like I don't fuck with ghosts or spirits, even though part of me like would probably is like interested enough because like when the TikToks come up, I'll be watching them like
I just pull up the comments.
yeah,
I
so you
just
don't have to
hear
see
it.
the whole thing. Yeah. But I mean, like, I'm super interested in all that ghost stuff, but like, I'd be a wuss, dude. Like, as soon as like some shit come up, I'd be like, I wouldn't want to like actually see it. But yeah, like if I walk in and it's like a Santa Muerte, I'm gonna be like, ah, shit, man, I'm putting un pinche juju in here. I'm gonna get home, and then people are gonna start talking to me, and there's nobody there. It's just Sophie. She's looking at me like, you hear that shit, bro? Like, cause I heard, cause you know how like dogs and
She's
cats.
like, you can hear him too now. Like,
Yeah.
you too. Like,
You see him now? Like, bro, hell yeah.
I told you. Like,
You didn't hear me barking the other
you see
day?
that corner? He's like,
So-
fuck.
right?
No,
We're like,
my cats do that. They just start like,
looking around and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cap does that shit. He looks at the corner all the time, and I'm like, I'll like throw a pillow at him, like, bro, stop, like, don't do that shit. And he's like, "Mer?"
you don't
Like,
see it? He's like,
Yeah, he's like, no lo miras, güey. No lo miras, güey. Chavato, I'm trying to help you, like, yeah, but if I walked in and I see like Santa Muerte, I mean, a gig is a gig. Like, it's not like we're gonna walk out. So a huevo we're gonna play,
yeah.
But like, I would feel a little weird, especially like if there's like because I think La Santa Muerte is like the Grim Reaper too, right? Like it's a skeleton with like
I don't know much about them.
I don't know, but like
I
that
just
shit
know
looks
Narcos like that a lot.
and that's what I'm saying. Like it's gonna look scary, and it just I'd feel a little like not scared, but I feel like
I'd be
weird.
like, don't look at it. Don't.
Yeah, right. I'm like,
Yeah.
but yeah, it's just
You're just like,
it's now for sure we're gonna get haunted. Anyway, guys, that was episode 67. Thank you very much for coming back, listening to us here on CharroBeans podcast. We appreciate you guys. Still coming back every week. We're almost hitting 20,000 listeners.
and 69.
And episode 69 is coming up soon. We just appreciate you guys coming back. So remember, like, subscribe, share, comment, rate us on Apple Podcasts, helps us out. And
Send the link to your friends.
buy something from the shop. If not, I might close it actually. I might just keep, like, if you want something, just tell me and we'll just get it that way.
Ooh.
I can't justify the price anymore because no one's really buying anything. So yeah, if you want to support before I close the store, charrobeanshop.com. Buy something. It's good merch, honestly. Like, it's better than the Nike sweaters that are being put out. I'm not even fucking joking. Like, it fucking feels badass, the sweaters. Anyway, buy something, support the pod, and we will see you guys next week.
Bye, guys.
We'll see you guys later, and have a good rest of your week.
Yeah.
Do it again. That was gonna go harder.